Imagine waking up every day with a fire burning inside you, a fire that refuses to be put out by the noise of the world, by the sameness everybody offers, by the so-called rules that are standing between you and what you really want to build. Look around. The world tells you you're free, but freedom wrapped in rules isn't freedom at all. It's a cage dressed up in comfort, where most people settle, but not you. Not the rare few who understand that success, especially in the world of family offices, isn't about following the well-worn path or ticking the boxes. It's dirty, it's brutal, and it's wildly misunderstood. You don't just want to grow wealth. You want to break cycles, smash barriers, and build something radical that lasts. But here's the rub. The real power doesn't lie in the obvious plays everyone talks about. It hides in those secret, barely whispered strategies that only the relentless, the obsessed, and the brave dare to learn. And guess what? This isn't just theory. This is your lifeline. You see, most family offices struggle because they fall into the same traps. They chase the same shiny investments, copy the same models that promise safety, but really deliver stagnation. They get caught up in governance frameworks so rigid, they kill agility before results can even breathe. Often, they're paralyzed by conflict, tradition, and the invisible weight of history. That's the heartbreaking part, having all this capital and potential, but operating on autopilot, stuck in a loop created to protect what exists rather than create what could be. It's frustrating, isn't it? Because what you really want isn't security alone. It's freedom to innovate, to disrupt, to shape a legacy on your terms. Here's the cold truth. Family offices that thrive don't just manage money. They reinvent how value flows. They do what others avoid. They become fiercely adaptable, insanely connected, and uncomfortably honest. Imagine the energy that comes from destroying old hierarchies, from dropping ego and embracing brutal transparency. It's not easy. It's uncomfortable. But that discomfort, that's where real growth hides. Break away from the illusion that wealth equals control, because true control comes from mastery. Mastery of people, emotions, information, and most importantly, time. Time is the ultimate asset no one talks about enough. The most successful family offices treat time as a living, breathing element. They steal it from distractions, protect it like a fortress, and invest it only where transformation happens. One of the most hidden yet powerful strategies? Deconstructing legacy. Not to erase it, but to understand every layer of it, the unspoken rules, the quiet resentments, the invisible power struggles. Because legacy is a living thing. It shapes decision-making more than spreadsheets ever will. The family office that masters its legacy unchains itself from the past's gravity and crafts a new future, free from invisible chains. This demands brutal conversations, vulnerability where everyone expects ironclad egos, and a ruthless commitment to clarity. Family offices that shy away from this deep work, no matter their size, become prisons dressed as fortresses. Wealth remains locked, potential trapped. Another secret weapon? Radical diversification beyond money. Not just spreading risk across investments, but diversifying across networks, ideas, and worldviews. The rarest family offices aren't averse to joining forces with outsiders, rebels, visionaries, misfits, because they know brilliance doesn't travel alone. It multiplies only when it's challenged, stretched, and sparked against difference. That means aggressively seeking connection with those who don't just fit, but disrupt, who bring friction that forges strength. It's a deliberate, strategic rebellion against conformity. So many miss this because they're stuck chasing safe bets, when real safety is building ecosystems of genius that are unshakable because of their diversity and depth. You want to hear something that might sting? The biggest enemy of family office success isn't external market swings or failed investments. It's isolation and worse, misalignment. If your family office is a silo, no matter how much capital it controls, it's bleeding power. The most powerful growth happens at the intersection of aligned ambitions and brave collaborations. This means facing uncomfortable truths about your values, ambitions, and even your failures, and aligning them with a tribe that mirrors that intensity. Not just anyone. The few who burn with the same fire but complement your strengths and blind spots. And here's where you can't fake it. Patience is a superpower. The system we live in wants everything fast, flashy, and viral. But the family offices that last, legacy that bleeds into generations, play the long game. They invest in relationships, ideas, infrastructure, resilience. They build to persist, not just impress. This patience is not passive waiting. It's active craftsmanship, honing every piece of the puzzle with ruthless focus and love for what's possible. It is the exact opposite of quick fix thinking most fall for. But the single most underused and misunderstood strategy? Sovereignty, real sovereignty. Not the political kind, but personal and collective sovereignty. Owning your will so fiercely that distractions, noise, and conventional wisdom crumble at your feet. It means questioning everything your family office knows and rebuilding from what's true for you, not what's been imposed by outdated models or market fads. Sovereignty means cutting what no longer serves your vision with precision. It means forging independence within the ecosystem, freedom to pivot, to experiment, to fail loudly, but learn faster. Family offices that master sovereignty become unstoppable forces because they move not just with the market, but with the future. Stop thinking about family offices as static institutions. They are ecosystems of human energy, emotion, ideas, and ambition. The moment you recognize this, you start to see why most miss the mark. It's not about copying benchmarks or building bigger committees. It's about assembling the exact mix of people, systems, values, and courage that can turn massive wealth into massive impact and true freedom. Every day, wasted managing things, the old way is a day you lose against those who see family offices as dynamic engines of transformation. The world is telling you to play safe, to blend in, to stay the course. But the very nature of family offices demands the opposite: boldness, ruthlessness, obsession with becoming. You are the rebels, the few willing to burn the rulebook and write a new story for wealth, legacy, and power. Don't settle for managing what you have. Tear down what no longer fits. Build bridges to the rare and radical, and turn your family office into an unstoppable network of creation and freedom. That's what fuels success in this space. That's the secret not whispered in boardrooms, but lived by those who refuse to bend. In the end, the hidden strategies aren't hidden at all. They're simply the ones that make you uncomfortable, the ones that challenge your assumptions, push your boundaries, and demand you become more than just wealth holders, to become architects of the future, sovereign, relentless, connected, patient, and free. This is where family office success isn't just measured in billions or impact metrics, but in the unshakable power to change everything you touch and to rediscover what freedom really means beyond the hollow promises. Does this path sound like everything you've been waiting for? Good, because it's yours to claim, but only if you dare to rise, break, and become.